Everyone, it's Nicole, and I'm here with another layout that I got done at the crop back in October. This is layout number 9 out of 26, and this is the video that I thought that was gone because I somehow just filmed it on slow-mo. Like instead of a 33-minute video, it was like 2 hours and 5 minutes or something like that. And in the past, when that happened and I would change the speed, it would not fix it. And I think because maybe my phone is a newer phone, I don't know, now I can fix it. And it doesn't have these weird flashing things. So, yay, one more layout. And this one had a lot of scraps. So I decided, I'm going to use the scraps for these. And I'm just going to layer them. And when you have a lot of scraps like that, it's fun to be able to just layer them up. And I've said this in the past that one of my favorite ways to make a layout is with a bunch of scraps because then I kind of look at what I have and I see how I can put it on the layout. Now, these pictures were a couple of pictures of the aquarium in Vancouver, and they had these bubble things it within the aquarium, and that the kids could go underneath and stick their head inside, so then it looked like they were inside the aquarium. And of course Mason had to do it, so I got a couple of pictures of him doing that, and this is what this page is about. And because of the colorfulness of the aquariums, you have fish that are all different colors. I thought that the purple went really well with this. Like, even because of the lighting and everything, there is some purple in the pictures. Now, the layering of all the pattern papers came together really nicely and very quickly because of the fact that, I just said, okay, this is what I have, so that's what I'm going to do. And of course, I had my journaling all done already at the time. I don't think that I had taken my stickers off the sticker sheet and put it on some wax paper, but I had decided what the title was, and I had just put my tiny letters in my kit. And these ones here, I cut them up with my brother's Scan and Cut, so it was already, cut apart, so I didn't worry about having to take the stickers off, so that's why I didn't do it. And this, I think, was probably the first time I changed my ATG in the whole weekend because, I had just put a brand new roll before I left. How many rolls of ATG do you bring with you? Do you feel like, oh, I'm going to bring like 10 because I'm going to do so many pages? I think I had brought 7, and I had put one in there right at the beginning. Or maybe I brought 6 and one was brand new. I ended up using 3.5 rolls during my weekend. So not too bad. Those rolls, they last quite a bit of time. So while I finish, putting all the embellishment clusters together, I'm just going to be really confused here because I'm like, what? I just changed my ATG. Why am I changing it again? And the reason is the first one was actually for someone else, and this one is mine. Okay, so now we're going to get back to the layout. And my letters, my tiny letters, were cut from with the Brothers Scan and Cut, but not my numbers. And I wanted numbers too, so I'm going to cut out, 2022 for this particular layout. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to let you know that my Boxing Week sale is ending tomorrow. So after tomorrow, everything will be back regular price. So we have 2 codes. We have Box 60 for 60% off everything in the store. So that means if you have $100 worth of stuff in your cart, it's going to be $40. So that is probably one of our biggest savings yet. And then box 20 is for the bundles. So if some bundles are 50% off, you're going to get 70% off the bundles. And that is ending tomorrow, January 3rd. And those tiny letters, I can tell you, I started going back and using my stickers that I've had, for I don't know how many years. And, within a few layouts, I was like, oh, I'm out of A's and I'm out of E's. And the great thing about our tiny letters is that there is tons of A's, plus there's extras on the bottom. And when you run out, you just print it again. And I like printing those on sticker paper. And those actually, you get two files. You get an 8.5 by 11 and an A4 size. And I usually buy the A4 size in the stickers and print out my letter stickers that way. Now, I like to use, like I said, my brother's Scan and Cut, and I cut half cut it's called, and then that way it turns them into stickers. But you saw, my numbers, I didn't do that. You just take, a pair of scissors, and they're rectangles, so they're easily cut apart, and then you can use them easily that way. Now, the base of my layout is done. All my embellishment clusters, they're pretty much, got enough stuff. But what I like to do is at this point is kind of clean up. You see me cleaning up there. And then I go through everything and say, okay, what is left? Can I add anything else to that cluster? And I've said this many, many times. If you don't like a cluster, add more. And once, you start adding more, then I usually find that I like the cluster. But I'm really happy once I put down those enamel dots. I'm happy with how it looks. And, I did my journaling before I went. So all I have to do is take that little card and copy down my journaling. And then the page is done. When I get home, I don't have to worry about journaling, adding a title. Everything is done. And another thing that I try to do in between each of those layouts is try to, kind of clean up my area because it can get messy really quick. One thing I didn't do, and I wish I did, was put all of this in a separate baggie, and then I would be working on, I would have started making another page kit for another time. But that's okay because I ended up, once I got home, I made page kits with the leftovers. So that's it. That's going to complete this layout. And don't forget the Boxing Week sale. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye.